This is Lester Kivett on Cape Talk.
7 minutes to 7 o'clock. Yesterday we spoke to Myrtle Clark, who is a cannabis community activist. She brought attention to a Labour Court decision that said that an employee, her name is Bernadette Enever, she was employed by Barloworld. She got fired because there were trace elements in her urine sample that she used cannabis. And the Labour Court found that even though there may be trace elements of cannabis in your bloodstream, if you're not impaired at that moment of work, you cannot be dismissed. Bernadette Enever is an office worker. She's an administrator. She doesn't deal with heavy machinery or any specialized operation at employer. But what happens if a worker arrives for duty after having indulged in some dacha in the privacy of their home? What about professions that require you to work with heavy machinery or to operate some mechanism or lever? What if it's a surgeon, a trainer, or a bus driver? Kobus Hayward is the manager of Labour Court Matters at the National Employers Association of South Africa. Kobus, thanks so much for joining us. Your thoughts firstly on this Labour Court decision?
Good day. Thank you very much. All right. The thing to remember is that there is absolutely nothing new in this Labour Court matter. It simply confirmed the position that's been held since 1997, that if you are under the influence or you are being accused of being under the influence, there should be certain factors that should be taken into account, such as an actual influence on the job, on your ability to perform your job. It's been held that just because there is a zero tolerance policy does not mean that there's a blanket statement and you can just proceed without any evidence. So a zero tolerance policy does not excuse any lack of evidence. It should be presented with the test, as well as further evidence of witnesses confirming that the eyes are red, that there's a slurred speech, impediment, any other behavioral issues.
What does it say about the trace elements that is found in one system? That, yes, I have consumed within the last day, 2 weeks. Myrtle Clark told us yesterday that cannabis is a substance that attaches to fat cells in the body and therefore is present in the bloodstream for longer, even though someone may not be impaired at present. What is the regulation when it comes to the difference between finding trace elements in a sample or whether being under the influence at the moment of work?
Yes. All right, so there's, as stated, there's the possibility that you can indulge over the weekend and maybe on the Wednesday even test positive for the use or confirming the traces of it in your bloodstream. That does not mean you're under the influence. The actual fact of being under the influence is that there's an influence on your job ability. There's, like I said before, the slurred speech, the red eyes. You cannot perform the duties to your best possible ability. And all of those factors need to be considered. But there are also positions such as a surgeon or business equipment, heavy machinery equipment operators, where even a zero tolerance policy or even the smallest traces can lead to a dismissal. And this Labour Court judgment confirms that as well. It states that even though in this particular circumstances, it's a case-by-case.
Would it be industry specific? Someone who is generally a general worker in an office doesn't have the same responsibilities as someone flying a Boeing aircraft?
Yes, of course. You definitely need to look at other factors as well, such as the business and operational needs, as well as the purpose for the employment. But those factors need to be proven by the company as well. It's not just on the company say so, which is also confirmed in this Labour Court judgment.
Kobus Hayward, really appreciate your time, Manager of Labour Court Matters at NEASA.